catastrophic few days for Harry and Meghan. This is unfortunately following a...
Turns out it's not actually jam. Under FDA regulations, it's technically...
It was supposed to be Meghan's glorious comeback. A fresh, cozy chapter of organic fruit preserves and wholesome charm, not scandal. Meghan Markle had visions of swapping messy headlines for jars of strawberry jam and picture-perfect brunch spreads under the American Riviera Orchard label. But her soft return has turned into a scorching disaster. Because, in a move nobody saw coming, the FDA just slammed the brakes on it all.
Meghan's spread.
What did everyone think? The general consensus was it was quite runny. People also found the flavor quite...
Yep, it's being called one of the most humiliating celebrity brand fails this year. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration officially flagged Meghan's as-ever fruit spread line for multiple major violations, missing registrations, fake organic labels, you name it. And the fallout? Meghan isn't gracefully sipping tea in Montecito anymore. She's spiraling behind mansion gates while her jam jars are being tossed into trash bins all over TikTok. Let's rewind this mess. Meghan's American Riviera Orchard wasn't some random influencer launch. This was supposed to be her full rebrand, a graceful pivot from interviews and podcast walkouts to curated baskets and handwritten notes. It was supposed to scream authenticity, her Martha Stewart moment. But beneath the gold foil and delicate font, something was seriously off.
Issues a recall. They only named the manufacturer of the food, but new proposed guidelines could change that. Candy Rodriguez is joining us.
According to internal whistleblowers, Meghan's team failed to complete one of the most basic requirements, registering with the FDA's Food Facility Registry. That's not a suggestion, that's federal law. Any food product crossing state lines must be cleared and approved. But, as ever, completely off the radar. No paperwork, no registry, just jars being produced, shipped, and consumed like it was a kitchen side hustle. The FDA, they're not playing. A stunned regulator allegedly asked, did she think being a duchess made her exempt? Yikes. And buckle up because it only gets messier.
Federal government about a food product that's suddenly considered a potential danger.
Those pretty little jars Meghan sent out, labeled 100% organic. Problem is, you can't just say that. Organic claims are legally serious. They require USDA certification, audits, sourcing proof, the whole 9 yards. But in Meghan's case, there was none. No documentation, no approval. Just a fancy vibe and a stamped label. And that's not trendy branding. That's outright deception. Meghan's products implied safety and purity they hadn't earned. That means real legal threats. Think class action lawsuits and federal charges. And since jars were already in people's homes, it's not a theoretical danger, it's a real one.
Meghan is an agent of poison. She is a person who has absolutely...
Just think about it. No one really knows where this jam was made, how it was stored, or what was actually in it. No safety checks, no testing, just handwritten tags and influencer kits. As one FDA advisor bluntly put it, this isn't about jam, this is about accountability. Once the story broke, the internet lit up. TikTokers filmed dramatic jar-dumping slow-mos, Instagram influencers yanked their ad posts like hot potatoes, YouTubers turned the fiasco into parody gold, hashtags exploded, Jamgate, Hushas, Never, Duchess disaster. One tweet went nuclear. From Buckingham to botulism in 5 years, that's a journey. Oof. But the real heartbreak? The fans. People who genuinely believed this was Meghan's fresh start. One user wrote, I paid $28.00 for a jar of jam because I believed in her. Now I find out it was homemade and illegal. I feel scammed. And this wasn't just online drama. Retailers began quietly pulling the product. Boutiques in LA and New York, who had stocked the jars, suddenly showed out of stock signs. Or worse, slapped FDA warnings where the jam used to be. Behind the scenes, panic. Meghan's team scrambled to register the product after the fact, chase USDA certifications, and beg stores not to bail. But let's be real, the jam is out of the jar. And the food world, they're not forgiving. Small business owners came forward, fuming. They went through every hurdle, paid every fee, passed every test, just to get ignored while Meghan skipped the line and still botched it. One founder posted, we did it right and still can't get shelf space. She faked it and nearly poisoned the market. One former FDA officer didn't hold back. This isn't a mistake. This is either pure arrogance or reckless neglect. Either way, it's dangerous. So where does this leave Meghan? The FDA has taken a rare step, issuing a consumer advisory. That's right, they're actively warning people not to buy as ever until it can be proven safe and legal. Etsy and Shopify started flagging resellers. Health departments are investigating. Meghan's shiny gold ribbon dream is now a government watch list item.
I would say 90% Meghan, who's running the show, because this is a woman who does not want to take orders from anybody.
Agreed. It is in everyone's interest if she is able to make a success of this and make money off the back of this.
It's their royal connections that really irritate me, and they're piggybacking off that.
Brand experts are calling it a brand extinction event. Meghan's American Riviera orchard was supposed to be her Gwyneth Paltrow Goop moment, but instead of Goop, she gave the world Gloop. And unlike Goop, Meghan didn't even try to learn the rules. That's what stings the most for critics. This wasn't just a clumsy business move. It was a betrayal of the health-conscious, responsible woman Meghan claimed to be. When the spotlight came, it wasn't integrity, it was marketing. Now, she's cornered. Retailers are ghosting her, fans feel duped, media outlets are devouring the train wreck. And Meghan? She's playing defense through lawyers, not statements, through silence, not accountability. But that won't work this time. This isn't a gossip column thing, it's federal law. And that kind of mess doesn't get swept under a PR rug. While her team was in crisis mode, the internet was torching everything. Within 48 hours of the FDA news breaking, Meghan's name became synonymous with failure. Again, Twitter broke down the laws she violated, Reddit sleuths pointed out how her branding clashed with USDA regulations, TikTok, oh, they had a field day. One viral skit showed a woman in a tiara fake crying over jam with the caption, "When your organic empire crumbles faster than your Spotify deal." Ouch.
Bread. It's very tart. And no, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
But beneath the memes, fury. Actual customers came forward with horror stories. A mom from Oregon posted a viral clip sobbing, "I gave this to my daughter thinking it was clean. Now I'm scared to even open the jar." That video alone pulled over 200 million views in 2 days. And it didn't stop there. Boutiques that had stocked Meghan's jam publicly apologized. One shop in Santa Monica put out a blunt statement: "We are removing as ever products due to unverified certifications and FDA non-compliance. We take safety seriously." And just like that, Meghan's brand website went dark. No warning, just a coming soon message on a blank page. But SEO trackers caught the damage. Her Google results were swamped with bad press. Her name, once a brand asset, became a liability. And if you think it ends there, oh no. Meghan's own inner circle started turning. Leaked whispers from Montecito say her marketing team begged her to consult a food safety lawyer. She allegedly brushed them off, saying the brand was too big to fail. They were wrong, but it didn't stop at jam. Insiders revealed that Meghan had ambitious plans. Jams were just the beginning. A whole pantry line was in development. Maple syrup, fancy olive oils, a royal-inspired tea blend, the works. Now, every single one of those products is in limbo. Distributors pulled out, packaging companies stopped returning calls, and Meghan? Sources say she's emotionally crushed. But here's the twist. Just days after the FDA debacle exploded across headlines, Meghan strutted into a Beverly Hills charity event, smiling, radiant in pastel, and passed out gift baskets with the jam, yes, that jam. The room? Confused. Was this bold defiance or complete denial? One columnist didn't hold back, writing, "You don't hand out possibly illegal jam at a public event while under federal investigation. That's not brave, that's reckless." Boom. And the headlines, they wrote themselves. Jamgate, Meghan's brand crumbles under FDA fire. From Duchess to disaster. FDA slams Meghan's organic claims as misleading. Suddenly, Meghan wasn't the savvy royal turned entrepreneur anymore. She was a cautionary tale, an influencer playing fast and loose with public trust. Meanwhile, the silence from Meghan was deafening. No statement, no apology, not even a classic Instagram damage control post. Her PR team, usually quick to spin the narrative, journalists, branding experts, and watchdog groups begin piecing together a disturbing pattern. A big launch, glowing press, massive expectations, and then boom, a total collapse. Just like the Spotify saga, just like the Netflix fallout. And now, Jam One branding consultant Yvette Graham told Business Insider, "This isn't a one-off flop. It's an identity crisis. Meghan's caught between two roles, royal and relatable. You can't be both. And right now, Across the pond, the British press had a field day. The Daily Mail printed side-by-side photos comparing Meghan's jam to traditional British brands, mocking her attempt to outdo centuries of culinary heritage with unverified puree in a jar. The Telegraph dubbed it the first royal jam scandal in modern history. And yes, Piers Morgan jumped on it too, tweeting, "Breaking, Meghan's organic jam is as real as her humility. FDA shuts her down. Boom."
Through anything, because I had just been through anything, you know? We just tried everything.
But perhaps the biggest thing came from Beyonce's own mother, Tina Knowles. In a candid interview clip, Tina shaded the entire fiasco, saying, "You can't just slap your name on things and expect people to fall in love with it. You gotta put in the work, the research. Especially with food, people trust what they put in their bodies. That's sacred." And that was it. The internet erupted. Memes of Tina holding jam jars labeled "Do Better Duchess" went viral. TikTok, Twitter, every platform flooded with shade. Even Meghan's most loyal celebrity allies falling silent. Now the pressure's on. Meghan's crisis team is racing against time, frantically filing overdue documentation, begging for emergency USDA inspections, trying to clean up what's already a flaming mess. But none of it changes the fact, for weeks, jars of unverified food were being sold across the U.S. Legal sharks smelled blood. Multiple class action lawsuits are forming, especially in California. And the second even one consumer reports health issues tied to the jam, Meghan's not just facing PR disaster, she's staring down civil penalties, possibly even criminal negligence. And let's not sugarcoat it, this isn't about jam anymore. This is about Meghan Markle's credibility, her ambition, her judgment. Because if a woman with that much access, funding, and press can't launch a safe fruit spread, what else is she pretending to have under control? And the lawsuits? Oh, they're real. At least 2 California law firms have already confirmed they're prepping class action cases against American Riviera Orchard. The charges? Misleading product labels, false claims of USDA certification, selling unregistered food across state lines, and the worst part? They want discovery, court-ordered access to internal emails, supply records, branding notes, everything. Every cut corner, every ignored warning, every damning memo about to go public. And since the product shipped across state borders, this isn't just a state issue anymore. The Department of Justice could get involved. One legal expert told Forbes, if Meghan knew the jam wasn't certified and sold it anyway, that could rise to criminal negligence. Now, do we expect to see Meghan in handcuffs over marmalade? Probably not. But what we will see is something just as career-killing: credibility bankruptcy. Retailers are done. An upscale Hamptons grocer pulled out, stating, "We have zero tolerance for unverified food products. Our trust was misplaced." A luxury subscription box replaced Meghan's July feature with a small batch honey brand from Vermont. And customers, they want refunds fast. But there's a problem. Meghan's website didn't include clear return policies, no support contacts, just soft hues, cursive fonts, and an info at email that bounced back. Some customers even reported that the contact number in the influencer kit was a disconnected landline. Yikes! What began as elevated lifestyle luxury now feels like an amateur scam, and the royals watching it all unfold. Sources inside Buckingham Palace say they're quietly celebrating. One aide told The Times, "This confirms what we've said for years. Meghan is built for drama, not duty." Another insider claimed the scandal could damage Harry's chances of being welcomed back into certain UK philanthropic circles. Because make no mistake, Harry's attached to this too. The jam was launched under Meghan's name, sure, but those early promotional materials spoke of our kitchen and our family values. That plural? That's legal overlap. Now, Harry looks like either a clueless bystander or a silent partner in this mess. Neither is a good look, one former aide revealed. Harry is furious, not at the backlash, but at Meghan's refusal to take advice. She said no to consultants. Now we're stuck. And the ripple effect? Massive. Even Tyler Perry, once a close ally of the Sussexes, is backing away. A docuseries following Meghan's entrepreneurial journey, now shelved indefinitely. Netflix, reevaluating future projects. Meghan had pitched a Duchess to Businesswoman follow-up series, but now execs are terrified the optics will be more Fire Festival than Goop Lab. And Oprah?
The ability to make our own choices.
Crickets. The woman who helped relaunch Meghan's media image in that bombshell 2021 interview? Silent. No post, no support, no retweets. And in the brand world, Oprah's silence, it speaks volumes. Meghan's new crisis PR team is working overtime. Some videos on YouTube criticizing, as ever, have mysteriously vanished. Influencers report being contacted with hush offers, deals to delete roast content in exchange for exclusive partnerships. If Meghan truly wants redemption, she's going to have to start from scratch. No more shortcuts, no more curated mood boards. Just transparency, truth, and time. Because while the jam jars may be empty, the damage, ooh, it's still very, very full.